We'll say good morning. It's been a while since we've talked, but our weather is getting a little more active. We've had some pretty dry weather, some pretty calm weather the last couple of weeks after a wet start and middle to November. But now it's November 27th. It's a Monday and it's about 8 a.m. And we have a few things to talk about. Let's go to the videotape and see what we can see. Let's start with our photo of the day taken by Matt Harper over towards Fantasy Island in the French Key area. Looking northwest, we see the sun coming up in the west, and on the west side of this, we see a little rain. Over here, we see a little sun. So a sun shower, as many people say. This morning, as we look at our satellite, we see some of these, what I call popcorn clouds. And so this is one of them over here, was the one that Matt saw this morning. See a few more of these maybe coming towards the west side of the island about 8 a.m. Any of these can contain a little shower, but it should not last long. If we go to our rainfall totals, we see a 0.06 in Oak Ridge. That was about midnight. And then look at this. Looks like we've gotten a little bit more rain around 8 a.m. Almost a tenth between Weston and West Bay. 0.03, so that's 0.03 of an inch around West End. Sandy Bay, West End may have gotten, or West Bay may have gotten a little bit of rain, but probably not enough to be 1/100th of an inch. If it just gets the ground wet, we call that a trace of rain, not even 1/100th of an inch. So pretty light rain totals, and today will be pretty light when it comes to rain, if we see any at all. Now let's go to the forecast on the GFS model, and you can see we see the cold front stalling out in Yucatan right here. You can see it not quite making it down here, but pushing some moisture down towards us. So especially at night and in the morning, we have a good chance of seeing a shower, maybe ½ inch of rain at a time. And then as we go through, I think the rainiest night may be Wednesday night to Thursday morning, but then after that, the rain goes away into the weekend, and we're pretty dry for the weekend. We see another front trying to make it down in the following week towards Thursday. Let's take a look at the moisture in the atmosphere. The reds and the purples, very moist, lots of water in the sky. Yellow is kind of in between, and then green and blue is very dry. And we've been green and blue for a couple of weeks, maybe yellow. But we see a few reds passing over, trying to give us a shower in the overnight hours. We see the very dry air with the front, not really making it much south of Florida, and then dissipating. And then we see another front trying to make its way through the end of next week, but you can see it kind of flattens out and moves to the east. When we have Arctic air and Arctic cold fronts, those tend to come straight south at us, and that's what we had early to mid-December. But these are more Pacific cold fronts that move west to east across the United States, and those tend to move out into the Atlantic and away from us. And so that's what we're looking at over the next week or two, perhaps. So not a very wet forecast for us, even though Tuesday through Thursday morning, especially at night and in the mornings, we have a good 40 to 50% chance of a rain or even a thunder shower. Let's go to the wind. I know a lot of our folks are very interested in the wind. We start out wind gusts to 20. Right now, sustained winds about 15 miles an hour from the east-northeast. It'll pretty much stay that way through Thursday morning, but interestingly, as we get into Thursday night and especially Friday night, we're going to see winds pick up out of the east. So we have gusts here on Friday night to 35 miles an hour on the Euro. GFS is a little nicer to us at 23, but the icon also has us close to 40 miles an hour. So this is something we're kind of used to in April and May and June, these trade winds that can get very brisk at night, giving us 5-foot seas, perhaps, especially on the south side. But that's what we're looking for into this weekend. So 2 to 3 foot seas until we get to Thursday. Pretty moderate winds. So low tides are coming in the middle of the night, which is not so bad. Most of us are not sailing our boats around 3 in the morning unless you're way out to sea, and then you don't really care. but we're in a full moon cycle, pretty low tides around 3 a.m. All right, well, that's our weather for today. Let me know, like and subscribe on YouTube, and also visit us at patreon.com/Roatan weather, and you guys have a good day.